The stories you're about to see are real. The rewards up to $5 million are real. This is Augusta Crime Stoppers, where you stay anonymous. The criminals don't.
The following images you see on your screen are persons of interest in a multi-county cloned credit card scam. If you've been watching our show for a while, we pointed out that there's almost a factory set up somewhere in this region of the country that are manufacturing cloned credit cards and then selling the raw materials to local cloners. Those local cloners can stand behind you in a checkout line or steal your card number in a myriad of different ways. But one way they can do it is by waving something that looks about like a day timer near your back pocket. That allows them to read all the information on your credit and debit cards. Aiken County, Richmond County, and Columbia County Police need your help finding these cloned credit card suspects. Although some cloned card suspects have already been picked up and arrested, the suspects you see on your screen are still on the loose and could wipe out all the money you have in your bank accounts right now without you ever even knowing it. That is, until you go to spend it. We communicated with Greg Rickabaugh of the jail report a while back and suggested he start putting more Most Wanted in his jail report paper, and as you see, he has. Thank you, Jail Report and Greg Rickabaugh and Company. If you have any information about these individuals, please contact the Aiken County Sheriff's Office at 803-648-6811 or Crime Stoppers at 1-888-CRIME-SC. Because the Crime Stoppers number for South Carolina only works in South Carolina, and suspects like this have and do and have already been spotted in Georgia, you may want to use the AugustaCrimeStoppers.org's nationwide toll-free number 800-222-TIPS, which works out to be 800-222-8477 that works in every state. So if you see any of these suspects in Georgia, we urge you to call the police. If they do a press release saying a Crime Stoppers tip led to an arrest, you will be paid. Augusta Chronicle's crime reporter Doug Stutzman reports a 6-year-old child was injured in an attempted home invasion. Deputies are searching for 2 black males accused of an attempted home invasion in Hephzibah early Saturday. The suspects were identified as Emery Wilson, 25 years of age, and Venturi Wilson, 28. The 2 black males tried to break into the home on the 4100 block of Mark Walter Road, according to the Richmond County Sheriff's Office report. Deputies responded to the home about 12:23 a.m. During the attempted break-in, one of the black males pushed an air conditioning unit through the window into a room where 2 children were sleeping, causing it to fall and a 6-year-old child. Friends, if you haven't had an air conditioner pushed on top of you lately, you just don't know what you're missing. They're heavy as a boat anchor and have razor-sharp edges on them. I'm sure the child is cut up and hurt pretty bad. The babysitter said she pulled the child to safety and he was not seriously injured. Right, drop an air conditioner on you, get cut up and crushed a little bit, and see if you're not hurting. The two black males who did not enter the home fled in a white-in-color Chevrolet Suburban. Emery Wilson is described as 5'9" with short dreadlocks and weighing 140 pounds. Venturi Wilson is 5'10" and weighs about 180 pounds. If you know where these two black males may be, please call the police. If they do a press release saying an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tipster gave them the tip that led to any arrest, you will get paid. Fox 54's Tiffany Takahati reports Columbia County deputies seek the Hispanic female you see on your screen who stole a purse from Academy Sports. Columbia County deputies are looking for a woman they say stole another woman's purse from Academy Sports. The victim said she put her purse on a table a few feet from her while she was looking at clothes. After a few minutes, she went back to the table and the purse was gone. The purse contained $3,000, credit cards, and the victim's house and car keys. Deputies got pictures of the suspect from surveillance video. She was holding the hand of a Hispanic juvenile and she fled the scene in a black Toyota SUV. Augusta Crime Stoppers took a careful look at that black SUV, and that is a late model black in color Toyota Highlander. The Hispanic female also has extensive tattooing on her lower extremities. If you think you know who or where this Hispanic female, the purse, the black in color Toyota Highlander may be, please call the Columbia County Sheriff's Office at 706-542-1042. If they do a police report and a press release saying that an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tip led to the arrest of this heavier set, tattooed on her lower extremities, purse thief, or results in the return of the purse in any form, what we're really concerned about is the ID and the keys that are in that purse. Due to all the illegals, which is exactly who this Hispanic lady may be, flooding across our border, it is now almost impossible for American-born citizens to get their ID back. It may take this crime victim up to a year just to get any ID at all. This could destroy this woman's life. So if you know where this Hispanic female is, but in this case, more importantly, you know how to get her ID back, Crime Stoppers will help you in any way possible, including paying a reward just for the poor lady's ID. Go to our AugustaCrimeStoppers.org Facebook page and let us know what you think.
And now, this Crime Stoppers special report.
Our courts are supposed to uphold justice for all, or so we're taught in school. We trust in the courts to be the final arbiters of law and justice, and that trust must remain absolute. Most every court in the nation has an allegorical representation of justice to remind those who pass through their hallowed portals, as well as those practicing law or upholding it as judges or juries, that the law is paramount. Justice holding balance scales is blind. Supported by law books is the usual depiction. That blindness represents fairness and equal treatment for all, as she's not supposed to favor one side or another in any case, hence the balance. The scales are to weigh the merits of each case. She holds a sharp sword in the other hand, unsheathed, ensuring swiftness, her blindness promising that the sentences are meted out without prejudice. But what happens when deceivers deceive the court? What happens when debtors commit perjury for profit? Currently, the largest monetary crime worldwide is deadbeats who lie to their doctors, dentists, landlords, cops, and even the courts. Yes, perjury is a crime. Their main goal is to use slander extortion to force honest, hardworking taxpayers to bend to their demands for free services when they're supposed to pay for them, free rent when they won't pay it, free cable, or they'll stuff things in the toilet and call code enforcement saying their toilet never works. All this is the fastest growing crime in the world, called perjury for profit. All of the petty thefts in the world don't add up to how much petty little perjurers cost everyone. When doctors, dentists, landlords, banks, TV stations, and all manner of other businesses don't get paid, it costs everybody more for these things because so many do not pay their fair share. The problem is when the honest taxpayers try to collect the money owed to them, these deadbeats are making up lies that sometimes get honest people in trouble with the law because we could never imagine making up these lies. Deadbeats even lie to the government when they say they're wounded warriors so they can steal wounded warrior money even though they don't have a mark on them. They'll say a bomb went off near them that gave them permanent brain injuries, yet argue this point like a lawyer. So how does one have not a mark on them, yet be sharper than any lawyer around and have brain damage from an imaginary bomb? All of this is deception, to steal money meant for wounded warriors that are missing arms and legs. Not deadbeats so they can use wounded warrior money to hog down Jack Daniels liquor and smoke up cartons of cigarettes while they sit around playing violent video games. Even the Bible says the devil is a deceiver and the truth is not in him. No wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. But evil men and impostors will proceed from bad to worse, deceiving and being deceived. Deception even played a role in police officer J.D. Paul's murder and may result in another murder by yet another deceptive Army vet who claims to be a wounded warrior, yet doesn't have a mark on him except those he may have gotten playing Frisbee golf. If you know a deceiver, we really don't know what to tell you, as they're so good at deceiving, they can and do deceive the police, the courts, and everybody around you all the time. That's why they cost society more money than all the petty thefts combined. So this time, we're going to ask you to drop by our AugustaCrimeStoppers.org Facebook page and tell us how you stop deceivers, or even if they can be stopped. In the meantime, watch out for deceivers. They can come as an angel of light and then put out your lights. Richmond County Sheriff's Deputy Sergeant Monica Belzer, Investigator Alan Rollins, Brandon Beckman, and Bert Gates need your help finding the individuals you see on your screen. On 5/16 at 06:17 hours, a black male subject wearing a blue ball cap, gray hoodie, and dark pants, and a black female wearing a ball cap, black and pink shirt, and black and pink pants entered Walmart at 3338 Wrightsboro Road and removed multiple items from the electronics department. The above suspects were last seen entering a dark in color SUV. Anyone having information on these subjects is asked to contact Investigator Bert Gates or any other property crimes investigator with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office at 706-821-1059 or 706-821-1020. Please reference case number 15-17 8129. If there's a press release saying an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tip led to an arrest, you will get paid if you're that tipster. A Richmond County grand jury has issued an arrest warrant for Stephen Manuel, the white, strange-looking male you see on your screen. He's being charged with 3 counts of aggravated child molestation, 1 count of child molestation, 1 count of rape child under 10 years of age, and 1 count of incest. Stephen Manuel, whose middle name is Earl, is a 53-year-old white male. He stands about 5'9". He weighs about 140 to 150 pounds. He has brown hair and blue eyes. His last known address was Augusta, Georgia. If you think you know where Stephen Earl Manuel may be, please, we urge you to call any violent crimes investigator at 706-821-1020. Please reference case number 2015-10-86-35. If the police do a press release saying an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tip resulted in an arrest, you will get paid.
And now, this Crime Stoppers special report.
The Associated Press reports authorities in central Georgia say up to 50 teenagers bent on destruction raced into a Walmart in Macon, smashing merchandise and causing an estimated $2,000 in damages. Bibb County Sheriff's officials say some of the young people snatched a man from a motorized shopping cart and dragged him to the floor during the rampage around 2 a.m. Sunday. Sheriff's officials say one of the teens later told a Walmart employee the goal was to see how much damage they could cause. Sheriff's officials say floors were coated with broken merchandise. The Telegraph reports that the teens ran when deputies arrived, but a 17-year-old boy was arrested when he returned to the store to retrieve his cell phone. Bibb County Sheriff David Davis said investigators are using surveillance video to try and identify the rest of the suspects. If you've watched our TV show since 2010, you saw us tell you about these actions and activities of people like this all over the country. And we shared with you to be on the lookout for this to happen here in this area. We were made fun of, derided, and told that that would never happen in this part of the country, that only happens somewhere else. Well, now it happened. If you've been watching this TV show since 2010, you've seen other incidents like this in other parts of our nation. Augusta Crime Stoppers Crime Reports and Rewards were the first in the word to coin the phrase flash rob after the popular practice of gathering for a sudden public dance called flash mobs. Only flash robs are sudden gatherings of robbing. Malls have been overrun, stores looted, and rioters have burned and destroyed as a pretext for looting. The Boston looting and riot was started by a text sent to high school kids with a meme that said, "Purge." A cult favorite movie of these looters featured the same purge keyword, which stands for start rioting and burning to cover up for looting so others may commit crimes using social unrest as a pretext for looting. Boston area drugstores were looted of so many drugs that Boston police estimate the looters in that area will have enough drugs to keep them high for a year. Since social media and mass textings are used to organize these pretexts for looting, you may receive an invitation to loot just before the rioting begins to distract the police so the looters may use the pretext of social unrest to steal. If you hear of a purge or invited to riot, we urge you to call the police. If they do a press release saying an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tip led to an arrest, you will be paid.
Let's face it, folks, crime can strike at any time, and we have to do all we can to make ourselves and our homes a safer place. Quit just talking about it and just go ahead and do it. Please, go down to your local Humane Society and adopt a good watchdog. For around $100, you get the dog that has already been fixed, had all its shots, with an ID chip in every dog. I prefer a big dog with a big bark. Crooks will not usually hit the house with the aggressive bark behind the door. Just think, a good watchdog might just be the right move for you in these very dangerous times of crimes.
911. I just broke into a house and the owners came home.
You broke into a house?
Yeah.
Where at?
I don't know.
Okay, so are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you with...
I think they have guns.
Okay, where are you?
I don't know.
You have no clue where you are.
Lieutenant Alan Rollins with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office reports they need your help finding Joshua Aaron Dominguez, who is a white, Hispanic, white male, 6'3", 220 pounds, big fellow, who is 32 years of age. Joshua Aaron Dominguez is wanted for financial transaction card fraud theft. The warrants for financial transaction card fraud are on file with the Records Bureau. Any information concerning this individual or his whereabouts, you're asked to call Investigator Heiss or any other property crimes investigator at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office by calling 706-821-1026 or 706-821-1080. Please reference case number 2015-21-3098. If the police do a press release saying that an AugustaCrimeStoppers.org tip led to the arrest of Joshua Aaron Dominguez or any other fleeing and evading felon, you will get paid. Richmond County Sheriff's deputies say a good Samaritan offering to help people change flat tires turns out to be the latest scam artist. The Augusta Chronicle's Bianca Kane Johnson reports at least 4 of the cases have been reported in Richmond and Columbia counties since Friday. In each case, the victim returns to his car and discovers a flat tire. A man then approaches and offers to help change the tire. The man then asks for money or tells the victim a sob story to get cash. In one case, at CBS 1520 Walton Way, the man approached the victim and continued to offer help to fix the tire, even though she told him she would call AAA Travel. After she finally agreed, he exited his SUV with a tire iron already in his hands. Midway through the job, he told her he was charging $40 because he and his wife, who has cancer, were homeless and might have their children taken away. In another case, the man coerced the victim to give him money and then followed the victim to a bank ATM to receive the cash. According to incident reports, most of the victims learned they were scammed after taking their vehicles to a tire shop to be repaired. Technicians said the tires appeared to be intentionally slashed and warned the drivers that they had seen several similar cases recently. Incidents have been reported at Walmart on Wrightsboro Road, Lowe's on Bobby Jones Expressway, and 2 CVS's on Walton Way. Lieutenant Alan Rollins says it's possible there are more cases that were never reported to police. On Tuesday, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office says the scam artist from the Lowe's incident was possibly traveling in a light green Buick Rendezvous SUV-type automobile. Rollins said investigators have alerted all road patrol deputies of the scam and asked them to be extra alert while patrolling shopping centers. Drivers are asked to use caution when returning to their vehicles and be aware of their surroundings. Drivers who think they might be victims are asked to notify police immediately. Several people in this area have complained about local media not giving full descriptions of individuals that are wanted doing terrible things like this. Truly, with all these witnesses that have seen the guy, he changed their tire, Certainly, one of the victims who was looking at the guy the entire time his tire was being changed might remember what he looked like. Is there some type of plot for the media to be politically correct or leave out the description of this individual? Sometimes we begin to think, well, if they didn't describe him, then he must look like that. And that is a stereotype. We don't want to go by stereotypes. We just want a description of the guy. Is he Hispanic? Is he light? Is he dark? Did he have red hair? Did he have brown hair? Did he have black hair? Was he tall? Short? Whatever. If you think you know where police may find this slasher, please, we urge you to call the police right away. If a press release says a Crime Stopper tip led to the arrest of this scammer, you get paid.
And now, this Crime Stoppers special report.
Sergeant Michael Shane McDaniel with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office wants you to be aware that recently a trend of fast food delivery drivers being robbed has caused some real problems. These incidents are related to suspects notifying local fast food restaurants that they would like to have some pizza or chicken wings or whatever. After completing the food order, the delivery driver goes to the address, and when they arrive, one robber has at one time fired a shot in the air. That suspect is considered armed and dangerous. But delivery drivers are now at a greater level of danger than they have in quite a while. Here's what the Richmond County Sheriff's Office encourages delivery drivers to do. Confirm the customer's food order destination. Confirm the customer's contact number by calling him back several times. When delivering the food order, be mindful of your exact locations and record mental observations of landmarks. This can be helpful in learning if surveillance equipment is mounted at any location so we can get a picture of these delivery driver robbers. Encourage delivery when the location is very well lit. When possible, deliver with a passenger so you'll have an added witness. Avoid delivering late at night or close to the closing of the business for the day. Avoid delivering to locations that appear abandoned, like an abandoned house. Upon arrival at the delivery location, call the customer back to confirm the delivery is legit. If you know of anyone robbing or stealing from delivery drivers or planning on robbing a delivery driver, please call the police. Crime Stoppers at 800-222-TIPS or text your tips to 803-441-8744, where you remain anonymous and get paid.
Augusta Crime Stoppers is brought to you by WBEK Channel 16 and Augusta Crime Stoppers. You too could be a Crime Stopper. If you have any information on any crime, call our tip line at 1-800-222-TIPS. Augusta Crime Stoppers is a production of Michael's Media. Augusta Crime Stoppers, where you stay anonymous. The criminals don't.